Hi everyone, it's my first PechaKucha. I'm really nervous, so let's see how this one goes. Ready. Thanks. My name's Rita. Yep. I am going to talk to you tonight about a method of working that I've observed and called squirrelling. This is me. I used to work like this, deaf, angry, and not looking at anyone. I was just so scary. This was taken in Dubai in a competition. We had 8 hours to get shit done. And I was like, why did I work like this? So I picked up all of the wrong ways of working. In Barcelona, this is me as a banner designer. You have to stay like this, stay still, wait for the artwork to arrive, work your magic on it, animate it, and then pass it on. I learned to work quite in a stressful environment and quick, and just don't look at anyone. It was not the right way of doing anything creative. This is Dubai for you guys. You work like a bit like a headless chicken. I discovered that in digital creative advertising, there's very little method. So it wasn't the best place to learn how to approach my work. I learned how to work under pressure and fast and angry. This means use headphones and look very scary. This is me in 2015. I had learned how to work really effectively. I would deliver on time. I do things as I was asked to, but it didn't look very good. People wouldn't approach me very much, to be honest. I wouldn't. But I wanted to change. So in 2015, I found a bit of calm. I moved to Manchester, this beautiful place, and found wonderful people. They're in the back. Joined Common Good, which is the agency I work at. It's a studio of innovation where we work only with people that have a positive impact in the world. And I met a lot of designers, and these people are really cool. They collaborate. They have time at the end of deadlines. I had to learn a lot, though, to join this crowd. So from this double diamond business, Kyle was like, what is that? I'm like, I fill you up on this. Human-centered design and design thinking. But methods were not helping me. The inner velociraptor was like on the edge. But I kept it down, I love this job. But then my Everest came up. I was working in Common Good, and they're like, okay, Rita, you're going to facilitate this new project we have. And it was to redesign the blood donation centers for the NHS across the UK. I'm like, okay, if I become a velociraptor, I get fired, and I screw over a multidisciplinary team of 20 professionals. Then Charlie came in, thank God. So he's my co-founder and boss. He doesn't know that his photo's here, and I will apologize later. But just his approach helped me to distill all of that insight into only 6 design principles and blueprint that the NHS could take away and implement. And I was like, what is that? How is he doing that? It's called squirreling. What the fuck is squirreling? Okay, take this away. So squirreling is the opposite of being a velociraptor. It's the opposite of working really fast and chasing your objectives like there's someone behind you. It's just considering what you're going to do. A lot of designers at Common Good are doing this all the time. We get a brief, we get a project, and we do this. We're like, okay, hold it. Let's organize the office. And you can see them walking around and picking things up, and they're like, who the hell wrote this? And you throw it away. So there's a lot of tidying going on before you start any creative project. I think the next slide talks about what happened to me before. Get brief, freak out. So you get a problem to solve and you're like, okay, let me read that book that I read 3 years ago. Let me write this idea down. I'm going to talk about this to my friends. I'm going to sing in the shower about it. And you just like go over it because you're so excited, right? And it's okay to jump to action. But you're wrong. So mistake. So the first principle of squirreling is to stay still. Like this. So you get a problem and just stay there for a bit. Stay silent because your mind's going to be buzzing. You're not going to be able to jump into action. What to do, though? Okay, so I stand still. Great. Now what? Okay, so you clean. Walk around your space. Look what you have around you. What the hell's that post-it on the floor? Seriously, man. Pick it up, question it, throw it away. Marie Kondo-style your environment and be like, is this going to make me happy? Or rather, is this going to be helpful for my project? If not, tidy it away. Throw it out. This is a great book that I discovered during this talk, by the way. I'm sure Susie the squirrel. Anyway. So the second thing is categorize. After you've tidied away, you're going to need all of this stuff to be in a findable place, if that's a word. So color-code it, name, tag it, box it, whatever it is, but make sure you understand where your useful material is, where it lives in your studio or in your house. And the third thing, my favorite thing, just go home. Sleep. You have to sleep over any idea you've had, any conversation you've had, any doubt you have. You've already cleared your mind and your space. And in essence, that's all you had to do for the first day of work. I don't think we do this enough in the office or at home. So what have you ensured doing all this crazy stuff about squirrels? The first thing you've ensured is that there's no clutter around you to confuse you when you start creating. You've ensured that you understand where useful things are around you. You can think of exactly which drawer you put what. And the third thing is that you're prepared for the winter of creativity, the winter of patience, the winter of ideas. This is going to happen to you. You're going to go all crazy with all your stationery if you're a freak like me, and it's going to get messy. But squirreling to me is the responsible first step, is what you do before you enter that creative vortex. It can look like that sometimes. And it's fine. I think it's supposed to. This is a deadline day at Common Good. We sit down and we're like, what the hell happened to you in the past 9 weeks? And you're like, well, I was doing all of this amazing stuff and blah, blah, blah. And we catch up because we haven't seen each other for a bit. But we managed to have a conversation because we squirreled and nothing bad happened. And we have it like hours before the presentation and no one's dying. Okay, so what's the point? Let's wrap it up. I don't want anyone to be a velociraptor. I don't want anyone to work with a velociraptor. Life's messy. And if we had squirreled a little bit in 2016, half the crap wouldn't have happened. So reflection and thinking things before jumping into action is more needed now than ever, I think and find. This is me today. I'm a recovered velociraptor. And right now, from this point on, you have no excuse to be a dick to anyone at work because you have been given an alternative. So stop. That's all I have. Thank you.